Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich here with your outlook for January 8th, 2016, and we're going to have increasing clouds today. Clouds are going to increase and thicken from southwest and northeast. We're going to have a warm front that's going to be approaching the area, and that's going to be in association with a system cutting to our west. This system is sitting out over in this area here, so the warm front is right here going to be heading toward the area, but it's not going to have a lot of precipitation with it. Might actually come through in the overnight hours with very little of any snow at all, rain. I'm going to say snow there. Little of any rain at all, but the best chance for that to occur, if there were to be any precipitation, would be out here in central PA. I think further east here, you're really getting into nothing at all, maybe just a very brief isolated shower. And if you did get an isolated shower up here in the far northeastern part of our coverage area, this would be places like Susquehanna, Wayne, Pike counties, maybe northeastern Lackawanna. You might have an opportunity for a few, just a few traces of some sleet or maybe even some freezing drizzle at the onset here. It's nothing really overly powering here as far as rain is concerned here, so this is not a big concern. An isolated shower opportunity here, and that isolated shower opportunity is going to be with us here on Saturday as well. But I think most of the day is rain-free for most areas, but we're leaving that in here just because some of the models are indicating, again, just something spotty, random, hit or miss popping up. And but we do remain cloudy here on Saturday. Now we will have this system here. This was the system that we were talking about a week ago that some models were showing coming up the East Coast here and giving us a winter storm. That is not happening now. This is now cutting to the west and it's going to stay to our west, coming through the Ohio Valley. Puts us on the warm side of things here, and that will keep it actually very warm by the time we get to Sunday. Sunday's high should be in the mid-50s to maybe near 60 in Philadelphia, so it'll be very warm compared to what we had this entire month. It's been very cold, very cold and below normal. We're going to be heading back to that next week again, but we will have one day at least where we're going to head well above normal. That's just because of the synoptic setup here with the system cutting to our west. And then we're going to move forward here and see this rain moving through here late Saturday night, probably closer to midnight or so and afterwards. And then that's going to continue into the morning hours here on Sunday. Some locally heavy rain will be possible here. We could get upwards of an inch of rain, maybe some locally higher amounts, and the best chance for those higher amounts will be central PA, amounts in central PA. Elsewhere, I think you get up to an inch, it looks like, and this system will continue to wrap itself up and move into southeastern Canada. Places even in interior southeastern Canada are going to get into going to be getting into just rain out of the system here, which is really not normal for these guys up here. Usually they're getting all the snow this time of year. We'll have some wraparound snow here at the end here for those guys, but not here. We're looking at the system moving away here later on Sunday, and then we're going to be drying out for a couple days. Now the next system, this is kind of interesting because we have a clipper system that's going to be moving to our north, and it's going to have a cold front associated with it. This cold front, here's your main system. Your cold front is situated back here like this. This is going to bring another reinforcing shot of cold air behind it on Tuesday, and actually on Wednesday behind Tuesday, because this is Tuesday here. This is a look at Tuesday evening. What this is going to do is pop a secondary, according to some models, is going to pop a secondary low offshore here, and if that happens, which we really think it will because most models are showing that, you might have just enough moisture left over here over the eastern portions of our coverage area to get a little bit of enhancement. You get a coating to an inch of snow, as opposed to or coating to an inch or two of snow, as opposed to just a few snow showers or flurries, which would have been the case if you didn't have any redevelopment. So we'll move this to the next frame and show you what I'm talking about here. Here's the cold front coming through here. Here's that low popping right here. And as the main one moves up here in southern Canada, you have another one popping right here. And you can see some late development here. See these darker blues here? Just some late development at the very end. So there might be some moisture left around that might be enhanced by this low starting to pop here offshore, that you could get to an inch or maybe to even two locally in some areas here for this system here on Tuesday night. It would be a high ratio of snow, so that would not be out of the question. And then this system goes up to up into the Gulf of Maine, gives a pretty good interior snowstorm for northern Maine here, it looks like, as we get into Wednesday, but that will be it as far as precipitation for us. We're just going to stay cold for the remainder of the week. I do want to show one more thing here. This is because this is going to be going around here, and this is, as I've already seen it starting last night. This is the 18Z GFS from last night, showing a paralyzing blizzard across our coverage area here. I just want to make a mention that this is 9 to 10 days, about 9 days out from now. We really don't want to latch on to this kind of idea right now. There's a very strong signal for a storm along the east coast, but that could just be a significant storm that gives somebody a couple inches of snow. Could be something that is major. It could be something that's, in this case, what the 18Z GFS showed last night was a historic storm. So all these are on the table. It could be a complete miss out to sea too, so I don't want anybody to get excited and get latched on an idea and start sharing these maps and everything else and thinking there's a big blizzard coming, because you're going to hear it. Just make sure you pay attention to where you're hearing it from. You won't hear us hyping anything like that. There's a reason for that. We're not trying to panic anybody. We have a long way to go to figure out what's going to end up happening to the system. Again, it could go out to sea aimlessly and miss entirely. I don't think it cuts into the Great Lakes or cuts in like this system here on Monday is doing. But it could be something in the middle. It could be big. Very well could be. But we want to wait till we get a lot closer and the models all converge on a solution. That won't be for at least another week yet. So about another week yet here until we get into the middle of next week before we can really start converging on a solution. This would be for the following weekend. Not this weekend, but the next weekend, if this were to occur. So if you see this stuff floating around, there's a big blizzard coming, just make sure you check the credentials of the source. Make sure it's coming from a credible source or a meteorologist. And you won't hear it from us in the meantime, because we are not going to post anything like this saying that anything's coming. So I just wanted to address that because it's going to be out there. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your outlook for January 8th, 2016. Have a great Friday.